doesn't matter! Now tell me why! Because you did it again!
Sometimes a standard time limit of 1 hour and 30 minutes is not enough to justify the story and depth of the movie. In such situations, it's best to either make a movie or TV series to give audience every best bit of the story. There have been many stories which did well in the books, but failed miserably on screen just because they couldn't capture the true essence of the story. It is not entirely the fault of the filmmakers. It is not possible to complete the story of multiple books with complete character development, background information, and story development in just a movie. Many times we find ourselves longing for more of the movie. Hence, here is our list of some good stories that definitely should have been a series. The Dark Tower. We're starting with the most recent offender, as the 2017 film adaptation of Stephen King's epic novel series The Dark Tower left many fans feeling disappointed. Even though there were probably plans to make a few sequels, it performed poorly at the box office and was generally attacked by critics. The whole thing was doomed from the start, really. The book series spans 8 novels so far, but the movie picked up somewhere in the middle, trying to tell the story of the second book, The Gunslinger, and also act as a sequel to the 7th book, The Dark Tower.
You have nothing to be afraid of, my friend.
It all falls predictably flat, though, as the 95 minutes of film could never cover King's colossal series. While there is still a faint amount of hope for a Dark Tower TV series, the lackluster response to the movie definitely hurt its chances. Catch Me If You Can. Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks starred in this cat-and-mouse crime film that was based on a fascinating true story. Set in the 1960s, the movie gives us a stylized snapshot of how Frank, DiCaprio, makes a living as he impersonates lawyers, pilots, and doctors, as well as learns how to forge checks to pay for his extravagance. Catch Me If You Can was by no means a failure, but it's often overlooked considering that it was a Spielberg movie and doesn't have the same grandiose feel that his other films do, which is why I think it would have been ideally suited for a television series. The chase between FBI agent Henry, Hanks, and criminal forger Frank would be easily told in an episodic format. Watchmen. Zack Snyder's Watchmen is one of the most controversial superhero movies. This movie has divided audiences as well as critics. The movie adopts a darker shade when Manhattan exiles himself to Mars after he is accused of giving his colleagues cancer. This shows the alternate image of a superhero. Instead of proving his innocence, like it would happen in most of the movies, Dr. Manhattan leaves the Earth. Superheroes are projected strongly and furiously. In comic, Alan Moore challenged the cliché image of a superhero and digs deep into his emotions. Snyder explored the depth of his character by highlighting his embarrassment, hurt, and weakness.
Honey, you seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you.
As Alan Moore wrote original comics of the Watchmen series, Snyder creates a unique mixture of pop culture and classics at that time. He looks at his character with a realist's eye and acknowledges the fact that his superheroes are flawed and complex. Zack Snyder himself appreciates the parallel view of Moore's superheroes. However, one of the issues with the film was its long runtime. It clocked in at 163 minutes. As a television series, Watchmen would have the leeway and time it needs to faithfully adapt Moore's comic, and perhaps even further flesh out some of the characters we love. Inception. We've watched this movie almost a dozen times, and it's still hard to wrap our brains around exactly what is going on in this dream within a dream within a dream Christopher Nolan sci-fi thriller. We'll start by saying that Inception is a fantastic movie and fully deserving of its 8 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture. It had an incredible cast, an incredible director, and a brilliant script. We know that it would be impossible to get those same players to commit to a long-running TV series, but just imagine for a second if it wasn't. Picture a weekly series where Cobb, Arthur, Ariadne, Ames, and the gang go on different missions into different dreams. The possibilities are endless. Throw in the larger story arc and some additional backstories for the other characters, and you would have a surefire sci-fi thriller drama success on your hands.
Yet it doesn't matter! Now tell me why! Because you did it again!
Ender's Game. While not a particularly long book, it's just 384 pages, Ender's Game would still work very well on television. The book takes place over several years, but the film condenses this to several months. As a TV series, the passage of time could be more faithfully adapted, and the actors could age naturally with the show. There are also sequel novels such as Speaker for the Dead, Xenocide, Children of the Mind, and Ender in Exile, which provide enough stories to keep the show on the air for several years. The 1985 military science fiction novel has been a staple on both military and high school reading lists. The novel, which tells the story of Andrew Ender Wiggin, who is a student at the International Fleet's Battle School, was finally adapted to film in 2013. Mixed reviews and an underwhelming performance at the box office made it a big missed opportunity. These are some of the amazing stories that should have been a series, so we could get more of them. Comment down below to tell us if there is another movie which should have been a series too. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button. For more amazing content, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. For more quick updates, hit the bell icon so you can get notifications every time we post a new video.